Again, she shut him down very quickly, telling him that all the money she spent on the shopping trips was hers and that she had no idea where his money went. The two of them had a heated argument that reduced my son to tears. I knew that Justin was working a part-time job and saving the majority of his income to surprise his best friend's dad. His best friend, Kyle, had passed away recently and Justin made a promise to him to be there for the dad. It was going to be the dad's first birthday after the loss of his son, so Justin was going to fly out to California to surprise the dad and spend some quality time together. Justin's close friends had even chimed in with their own money to make sure that everything was covered that weekend. And now, all of that money was gone, thanks to his stepsister. Luckily, my boss let me go home early so I could deal with the issue. I was as livid as my son if not more. I couldn't believe that Melanie would do something so heinous to her own brother. We all knew why Justin was saving up his hard-earned money, so for her to steal that money even with that knowledge that was on a different level of messed up. When I made it home, Melanie was in the living room on her phone. She didn't even look up at me when I called her name. She acted like a 13-year-old moody teenager even though she was months away from turning 20. When I called her name again, but this time with a stern tone, she blurted out a rude what and still avoided my eye contact. I asked her to come clean, to tell me the truth about what happened to Justin's money and that we could find a way to solve this issue. However, Melanie denied ever taking the money. She even told me to mind my own business and not to question her about something so ridiculous ever again. Her tone was arrogant and borderline unacceptable, and my patience was running thin. I explained to her that Justin's savings simply didn't vanish into thin air and that all fingers were pointed at her, and she just shrugged her shoulders at me. Instead of getting into a heated and probably fruitless argument with her, a brilliant idea popped into my mind. We had those dog surveillance cameras in many places around the house that we used to monitor our dogs, and there was one installed in the hallway where the bedrooms were. We had a simple rule that my wife and I set in place to avoid any conflict around the house. Neither Justin nor Melanie were allowed to go into each other's room in their absence for any reason whatsoever. So, if I catch Melanie on the surveillance footage walking toward Justin's bedroom, it would be damning evidence for her. And surprise, surprise, that was exactly what I saw when I checked the footage from a week ago. It's true that it only recorded her legs, but it was clear that she was headed toward Justin's bedroom and she walked out less than 5 minutes later. With the evidence in hand, I told Melanie that there was no point denying it. She clearly was the one who stole the money.